So as we look at Isaiah Livers on the defensive end, I want to start with some good on and off ball clips where it shows both. So first here in a Spain pick and roll, he does a really good job communicating all three of these guys, and they're able to sniff it out and switch it effectively. Now there's a lot of oohs and ahs that go along with this clip because Ish Smith does some nice ball handling and all that, but I actually think Isaiah Livers does a good job staying in front through all of that, through all the change of direction against a smaller player, and then is still able to contest. Just because Ish Smith knocks down the shot doesn't mean it's bad defense from Livers. Sometimes offense is just better. Here, he's engaged off the ball. You see the matchup Bagley on Trae Young, so he's ready to help. And then as soon as he sees Trae Young get ready to pass, he's already moving to the closeout on a good shooter, and Bogdanovich in the corner does a good job on the closeout, stays in front, into the shot clock here, but he stays in front, forces Bogdanovich into a step back and an air ball. I just thought both of those clips showed his good off and on ball in the same rep. One area where I'd like to see him get a little bit better off ball, you can see him trying to get through some screens here, and he just gets hung up on him a little bit. Small thing, but a thing I think we can see him get better at, but you already see what I'm going to start highlighting, which is the communication. Right here, tags the roll man. I love it. Maybe a little better communication here. He should be telling Hami to get back to the shooter. But one thing you're always going to get with Isaiah Livers is effort. So at the very least, I think there is more, but at the very least, you're going to see effort as he tagged the guy all the way at the rim and then sprinted to the closeout to contest early in the fourth quarter of a close game. This may be my favorite clip because off ball you're going to see his communication here with Rodney McGruder. So right here you can see him talking. You were able to see him talking there, and then now you see him pointing to Rodney McGruder. So I love that. As he's low man on the weak side, you have to be a good communicator, and he did that. Even here as McGruder starts to get backdoor, you can see him communicating and helping again. McGruder's able to get back. Here's where he could get a little bit better as Hami goes to double. He's got to step over, see this cut from Pascal Siakam. So it's not perfect, but you see the focus, you see that he's engaged, and you see the communication. And again, at least he's going to give you effort. And then he's going to scram switch here with Killian Hayes. We don't want Killian Hayes on this matchup. You want to get him on Lou Williams. So he's going to scram switch with Killian Hayes. Communicates it, saw early. Just a great job. And then even here, as Trae Young goes by Marvin Bagley III, you're going to see him give a little bit of weak side rim protection. I don't know if he gets it or not, but he at least alters the shot from Trae Young as he comes across. So just great activity from Isaiah Livers on the weak side off the ball. Now let's transition on the ball where it's a little bit of a mixed bag. This was early in the game early in the season against Jeremy Lamb. I think he gets a little bit too high at times as you're going to see Lamb just go by him. Does a good job here getting his hand in there, getting a deflection out of bounds, but you're going to see that come up more and more. Now I know Trae Young's really, really good. I understand that, but again, you see him get a little bit too high, a little bit too much of a driving lane. Jeremy does come over and get that one, but you can just see he's going to struggle at times against these smaller, quicker guys on the perimeter. Lou Williams, again, a straight bucket getter, but I think, again, Livers gets a little bit too high. I'd almost like to see him stay a little bit more squared up and maybe back up a little bit, use his length against players like that. But it hasn't been all bad. So here against Karis LeVert, again, earlier in the season, does a great job staying in front. And then again, the effort. This guy is going to play hard on the defensive end as he gets on the floor. Maybe should have just kept the ball on that one. And then a really good one here, all right, against DeAndre Hunter. He's going to stay between him. And again, I think as he adds a little bit of muscle, he's going to be able to body him a little bit, maybe force him back just a little bit more. But he forces a tough contested shot. Even though he makes it, I still think that's a rep that you can live with from Isaiah Livers. So off ball, really good stuff. On the ball, a little bit more of a mixed bag, but some areas he can improve for sure.